of the knowledge and skills students or mentees can learn from their mentors, but also because mentorship provides professional socialization and personal support to facilitate success in graduate school, beyond, even into the workforce, and so on and so forth. So to talk much more about this, we're talking to 1 Million Mentors, or RD, representative right here, Sam Vidambu. Karibu sana to the lounge. My first question would be, you are now at a place where you are a mentor. Yeah. Your organization is targeting 1 million mentees in 10 years.
Yes.
How achievable is this? I think it's too ambitious.
No, it's not really too ambitious. We are doing well. What we do is we organize an event in Nyeri every Friday, because we are basically based in Nyeri.
Right.
We're based in Nyeri. That's where we started the company. And we are helping people. We also organize this event from around 4 to 6 every Friday. And we bring in people covering different topics. Because we realize that in Nyeri, that's the central part of Kenya. So it always covers the whole Kenya, and people come for the event, and it's not really being so much ambitious.
Are we being real here right now? Because if you are supposed to be honest about demographics, logically speaking, Nairobi is the center of Kenya. And when you're speaking about people coming from all over Kenya, you can't be speaking about Nyeri per se. It is a place with people here, and I'd say there are a lot of people who stay there again here, but you'd not really say it represents Kenya in totality. Tell me, why Nyeri? Was that strategic for a reason?
Basically the reason why we do it in Nyeri is because we realize that in Nyeri we have so many issues of young men engaging themselves into drug abuse.
Amazing.
That's the main reason why we did it in Nyeri.
Amazing. So how far so far? 1 million in 10 years. How far so far? We're talking about numbers?
Now, so it was started in 2017, and we were talking about 1 million people who will go to mentor other millions of people in the next 10 years.
Right.
So the thing is, right now we were affected daily by the political climate of 2017 and also 2018. So we didn't really go very far as we had planned.
Right.
But we are doing really well at this time.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the numbers, if you were to mention, how far to 1 million are we at right now, and what are we prospecting for 2019 at least?
We have reached around 50,000 people at this particular time.
Wow.
And in 2019 we are targeting to go at least more than 100,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what is the ripple effect? What stories are you getting from the ground, from the people you're getting to handle? Because mentorship seems to be a topic you're really passionate about.
Sure.
What are you getting from the people who have gone through your program and so on?
The thing is, we've gone to so many schools actually, and sometimes when you go to schools, people see us and they're like, it changed my life. Actually, you see, like, I can give you a story. Can I give you a story?
Let's highlight just one and briefly, can you?
Okay, there's this time when I went to some school, and there was this young boy who was really into masturbation. Masturbation is a very serious issue which people don't talk about.
Yeah, it's even... I didn't see that coming, but well, go ahead.
So he was a young boy, around 16 years old, in high school, and he was so much into masturbation, and we helped him change that. We mentored him, and now he's doing well. That thing of masturbation also affected his life in school. So
we're speaking about young people right here.
Yeah, young people.
And issues to do with sexuality, adolescence, growth, and so on and so forth.
Sure.
Let's get it back to business now. I'm talking about... your site states that you're also involved in business consulting. Take me around that.
We do sales training to company. We help other companies increase their sales, giving them those programs that they can use to increase the sales in their companies.
Right.
Using our sales training programs.
Right.
That we have designed.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Take me through your sales training program. What does it encompass, and what do companies need to know to hack these tough market? I think Kenyans by far are the toughest people to please. You're talking about PNG right now. They're trying to fight their way out of a scandal that just was caused by a single social media post. And that's how fast you get to sink in Kenya with the Kenyan market. How do companies get to maintain themselves in such climate?
First thing is, most companies don't think that they are sales. They deal with sales. Most of them call themselves, we are marketing. They hate the word sales. And, the word sales is hated because people don't like to be told no. Because most sales people, you go somewhere, you're selling your company, and then you're told no. So people don't like the word sell. They like the word marketing. They like using the word marketing. So our sales training programs, we actually don't have a sales process. We have a buying process. Most companies go into sales process. And you should put yourself in the mind of the person who's going to buy your product. So you cannot talk about sales process. You can only talk about buying process. So we have a buying process which you go and give other companies that help them increase their sales in their in whatever they are doing. Mostly we deal with insurance companies, we deal with banks, and also we deal with real estate firms, and also car dealers, and also technology firms.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Specific names you've worked with so far?
We have worked with ICA Lion, and we have also worked with the Madison Insurance.
Wow.
Basically, yeah.
How do you get to coordinate that? A company based in Nyeri, most of these, I believe, are in the capital, Nairobi, as it is right now.
Mostly our deals are referral oriented. We get referrals. Like I work with you, then you refer me to another person, then the person calls me and I work with them also. Right. So it's referral oriented.
Right.
Yeah.
And now let me get you back to what is happening in Kenya. I mentioned the case of PNG. Now that was the always scandal. It's still something they're trying to recover from, at least. Let me just get you on that now. So this is your typical client now, and they want to request for your indulgence, at least, with how they can get to recover from this. What is essential in sales for a company, if someone were to ask you that?
The first thing is you can't really fight. If there's something that has gone, because we are living in the world of social media. So if you do just a small thing, it can really make your sales go down. So the thing is, you can't fight it. Don't fight it. If you fight it, you'll be putting yourself defensive.
So what do you do?
So the thing is, you just move like you continue doing whatever you were doing before. Don't fight it. If you fight it, you'll become defensive. Because if you become defensive, it shows that you are wrong. So you don't fight it. The thing is, don't fight it.
But I think that is I think psychology in a way, and it's basic psychology per se. So what does a company do, like PNG right now? We're not looking at that again. We're not looking just at that. We're also in a place where the Kenyan government, as it is right now, a lot of doubts and questions arising on how they're even handling the situation in the country right now. And I'd want to look at how the government is ruling the nation as, again, a point of sales, in terms of they're trying to make us buy their agenda moving forward, and a lot of people are dissatisfied. So how does the company pick up? Not fighting, doing what you're doing. Does that mean not addressing, or how do you get to handle in case you need to address? Because at some point you have to talk about it.
Because you see, if you continue talking about it, people will be like, they did it wrong. You see, as a company, you can't show that you are wrong.
So what do you do? At times you're wrong and you're wrong, right?
Yeah, sometimes you are wrong, but you are wrong. But if you become defensive, you will really lose many customers.
What do you do?
What you do is you develop a certain sales structure. You change your sales process. You change now your sales process. Because if you now continue doing whatever you're doing in terms of sales process, it means that the sales will continue going down. Right. So you should change your sales process in the company. Yeah.
And we're looking at sales processes. I think I'm new to business. Can you take me through some of those?
Okay, what you're talking about is because many companies are in sales. Every company is in sales. There's no company that you can tell me this company is not in sales. Right. Because the word sales also means
sales
revenues,
are important,
income.
Generally,
yeah, it's a very
sales processes.
So the first thing is suspecting. We have actually for us we call it buying process. The first thing is suspecting. Then the second thing is prospecting. Then now from suspecting to prospecting, the third thing is now changing someone to have a good relationship with a person. Right. Then from the relationship, you become building rapport. Then from the rapport, you know the problem of the company. Then from the problem of the company, now you develop a solution for them. That's our buying process.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that this is totally based on the buyer or the consumer. And why is it important to have the consumer's point of view in mind as you're coming up with a sales process company?
That's a very good question. You see, if you put yourself in your situation, like if you just think about yourself, if you think about the selling process, you'll not know what the buyer is going through. Right. But if you put yourself in the situation of the buyer, you'll empathize with them. You'll know what they're going through. You should put yourself in their mind. What are they going through? Now, if you put yourself in them, like them, you think the way they're thinking, it's so easy for you to sell to them. But now if you put yourself in your, people don't like buying. People like buying, but they hate being sold. That's the thing. People hate being sold. They like buying. Like it should be them doing it, not you not you making them do it, but them doing it by themselves.
Make it appear like evolution from them.
Yeah.
Amazing. And that's a pretty smooth process right there. So I'd say you get to buy products day in, day out as for your daily, at least, consumption, or just the running of your life and even your company per se. What do you look out for in companies and brands when you go out buying?
Personally, for me or for any other person?
As a person now yourself.
As a person. So the thing is, you should look for quality. Because it's so easy. You know, right now we're living in a world of where there's so many counterfeit goods. So you should look for the quality. If you want to buy something, if you want to work with a company, look for the quality of the company. Like for us, our sales training programs have a high value because we know our prices should be high. Price and value always go hand in hand. So we give the best. We do the best for us, and we help other companies increase their sales because we have the best sales training programs in the country.
Right.
Yeah, we believe that.
Take me through ICA. If you're comfortable to do so, take me through the process you took them through.
Actually, you know, we have different topics that we cover. First of all, we go to a company, we know their problem. We ask the sales manager or the manager of the company, we ask them some questions.
So narrow it down now to ICA of what your company did with them, onto even if available specifics onto what they got to achieve at the end of your sales training.
What we helped them was on the topic of cold calling. Cold calling is, you know, an insurance agent going to call someone that they don't know. So there's a process which we help them in terms of cold calling, and we took them through the cold calling procedures because the manager told us that the main issue was cold calling. People didn't know how to cold call. You know, people fear cold calling. So we took them through cold calling procedures.
Right.
Yeah.
What should someone look out for when they're cold calling? We do it a lot.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you get a lady's number and you're calling someone you don't know. So that's like what I'd say. And again, I don't know if it's a process of buying and selling, but there's definitely some appeal you're trying to make. How does someone go around that?
So the thing is, first of all, when you pick up your call, maybe let me give you a story first of all before I take you through that. There's a time when I was starting now, you know, Ambigen is my own company, but the other one I did not found it. I just became the vice president. Now Ambigen was mine, and that's where now we do the sales training programs. So there's this time when I was with my assistant, and we had some number. We were given some numbers to some bank, and now I feared cold calling. I feared calling this manager of this bank. And then my assistant told me, hey, Sam, do you fear cold calling more than you fear looking for jobs? I don't even know what I answered him. The thing is, I just took up the call and called, and I got the deal. So the thing that you should do when cold calling is you pick up the call, then this is now the process. You say, my name is Sam Vidambu. I am calling from Ambigen Sales Training, a company that helps other companies to increase the sales process.
Right. So you put your objective, rather, you make sure they know your intent even before you go into it.
Yeah, because someone has to know why you're calling them.
Right.
If someone does not know why you're calling them, they'll not continue talking to you. So you should bring their identity first. Right. Then you put the reason why you're calling it. Then now you say how you will help them increase their sales in their company.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a process, I believe, that a lot of salespeople get to go through out there, and quite a lot. So especially when you're trying to at least appeal to newer people, I'd say, you really get to make a lot of such. And sales is the center of a company. And so we've looked at it from the side of the consumer. What they look out for is quality. So you've also interacted with salespeople, companies that do sales. Others come to you for mentorship and so on and so forth. What are companies doing wrong? What are companies not getting with the Kenyan market?
The problem with companies is the pricing strategy. The first reason is pricing strategy, then marketing strategy, and then they don't have a differentiation, product differentiation. The thing with pricing strategy is, you know, just like I said, price and value has to go line in line.
Line in line, right?
Yeah. So most of them, the prices are too high, but then the value is too low. Then the marketing strategy. You know, right now we're living in a lot of social media. So if you don't use social media and digital media well to market your product, it will be so hard for you. Then now the thing with product differentiation, you have to have a value proposition. It has to be different from others. It doesn't have to be the same with other companies.
Wow.
So those are the three main things that happen that bring companies down in Kenya right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sam Vidambu, you're online on social media?
I'm very much online.
Let me know the handles now.
Okay, in Facebook I'm called Sam Vidambu. And
for your companies at least.
Right.
Or anyone would like to get personal as well.
Okay. Okay. For the company is 1millionmentors.org, and we're also on Facebook 1 Million Mentors, and in Twitter 1 Million, and also in Instagram 1 Million Mentors, and also everywhere 1 Million Mentors.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let me ask how you as a company are using some of these platforms at least to front what your brand stands for. And how effective is it working in 2019 now?
We have our social media management, because sometimes we are so much busy. We have people who manage us.
And I do understand that.
Yeah,
so
sure.
how is the company running this to at least get to achieve the goals that you've set out to?
We always ensure that we post, like in our social media platforms, so we always ensure that we post something motivational to the people, which mentors them and also helps them. So we post every day. We ensure that we are in social media platforms every day. We post something.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Knock me out with a quote before we conclude this.
Okay. So the thing is, if you want to start a company, you should look for the gap in the market, then look for the market in the gap. That's what I can say.
That is strong, Sam. Thank you so much. Sam Vidambu, 1 million mentors right here on the line, talking issues to do with mentorship and so on and so forth. Go check them out, 1millionmentors.org. It is a company based in Nyeri. They're targeting at least to mentor 1 million Kenyans who'll go ahead and mentor others, at least in the near future right here. If you want to start a company, look for the gap in the market, and then look for the market in the gap.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we take a short video. We'll be back with much more.